I'm not afraid of you. First off, it's Charles J. That just in case you ain't heard of me, they told me it was too late. But I promise that I'll be the first to speak. Most of these rappers, they fake. But you can't have your way, this ain't Burger King. Everybody said it won't be till they see smoke, then they realize they'd rather have turkey meat.
What it do, what it do. It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boxing fans all over the goddamn world, Michel Rivera, a.k.a. Ali, has joined Team Reynoso, also known as the trainer of Canelo Alvarez, Oscar Valdez. Don't know if he still got Frank Sanchez. I ain't heard much about him. But anyway, let's get to the shit. Before I can even touch on Michel Rivera, I got to touch on boxing. We had a weird state. It's damn near a stalemate. Yeah, it's damn near a stalemate. It's a lot of fights that we just don't know if they ever gonna happen. I gotta be honest. I gotta say this. As boxing fans, it's those that really, really follow the sport. It's a lot of shit that disturbs me. But one of the things that disturb me is when we don't get the fights we want. Sometimes I hear people say shit like, well, let's just be glad for the fights Nah, bro. Nah, bro. That's like, that's like your supervisor walking up and getting on your ass and threatening to fire you because you forgot to do some shit from the day before, and you complaining to your homie about it, and he say, yeah, well, at least we make $12.75 an hour. Like, what the fuck? At least we get a check. At least what? Motherfucker, I spend my money. I dedicate myself to this sport. I love this sport. We got the right to complain. Yeah, I got the right to complain when the cheese ain't on my motherfucking burger. So, I'm glad we do got some fights coming, but it's a lot of other fights we need. And so, if we don't call for them, we won't get them. Yeah, this is like, these motherfuckers like Bad Santa or some shit. They ain't the Santa Claus in the book. They Bad Santa. You got to constantly beg these goddamn promoters because at this point, I started off my channel talking about Bob, went on around to Eddie, circled around Al, backed up to Oscar. I ain't really said much about Frank Warren. One thing I like about Frank, he kind of keep that shit over there in UK. Like Eddie try to come over here with that UK slick talk, and that shit don't work in America. We're a little slicker. And so Frank Warren, he stay in his lane. So I really don't got much. That's probably the only promoter I ain't got nothing bad to say. Yeah, he probably a racist, but let him be racist and let him grow and build his promotion in the UK. Shout out to you and all that. But now, I've said something about all the promoters, and at the end of the day, I can't tell you. It ain't no who's the best. It ain't no, but Bob all they daddy though. Yeah, I'm gonna say Bob is Al's daddy. He's Eddie's daddy. He's Oscar's daddy. Bob the motherfucker's daddy. And they pray to him and they look up to him and they ask him for advice. That. And he beat their ass and he spanked their ass when he get mad at them. That's a fact. They all surrendered to Bob, And Bob's a Jew, and he got a lot of shit, and he know a lot of shit. He been in the game for a long time. He's a mob motherfucker. So we dealing with a sport that's ran by some mob motherfuckers. Ain't nothing Bob can't get done in the sport of boxing. Another thing I want to talk about, I'm really getting tired of promoters never getting blamed. It's too many motherfuckers popping dirty for you motherfuckers. Birds are chirping. Every time you motherfuckers always act shocked. Let me tell you motherfuckers something. Because I gotta be, one thing I'm gonna say, I'm gonna get to Michel Rivera, but it's a whole lot of worse shit that didn't happen in boxing than him using performance in hand. I think when a motherfucker put some shit in their gloves, I think that's far worse. Yeah, there's no way you can tell me that Bob Arum didn't know nothing about no gloves and no loaded gloves. He's the promoter. Bob probably helped him with some of the connect. And also you tied in with Daniel Kinahan. So I just want to be honest, bro. There's nothing pure about the sport of boxing, in my opinion. That's why I talk so much shit. If you'll let a motherfucker who moved dope all around the world become a promoter in boxing, you know, I gotta give the NFL and NBA a little more credit because, you know, the Jews kind of run the NBA and the redneck white boys run the NFL. Ain't no mobsters in that shit. Them white boys don't play. Them white boys in the NFL. Boy, you fuck with Jerry. Let me tell you something. Bob can't fuck with Jerry. I tell you this shit. Nah, that's a redneck white boy. Bob can't fuck with Jerry. Jerry's an original white boy, and his folks been here for years, and they've owned shit for years. The Jews just got money by 40 years ago. You motherfuckers just got a check 40 years ago. So yeah, now, the NFL is way more pure, and the NBA it's way more pure than a fucking boxing. It ain't ran by a bunch of drug dealing, mob motherfuckers that can get your ass fucked off. And that's what they did with Michel Rivera. So it ain't nothing pure about the sport of boxing. Like when Canelo popped dirty. Do you mean to tell me nobody in boxing can look at me with a straight face and say Oscar knew nothing about Canelo using performance enhancement drugs? He knew about it, bro. He's the promoter. These dudes know about it, bro. They know what their fighters are using. And they want them wins. They're trying to make money. This is a business. This ain't about boxing. There's no promoter in boxing that cares about boxing. There's no promoter in boxing that can convince me that they care about boxing. I haven't seen it. You motherfuckers care about money. So now, Oscar knew Canelo was on that shit. And it's a lot of fighters. They promoters know it. They trainers know it. A lot of these trainers know what their fighters are doing. A lot of these trainers give it to them. So when it comes to Michel Rivera, I'm gonna say this: you fucked up. I'm gonna be honest with you. And at first I thought it was some. I'm gonna tell you something. You going to Eddie Reynoso, it just proved that you guilty, bro. At first I was like, yeah, they might have gave him some shit, one of them trainers, because they wanted him to win that Frank Morton fight. Another thing I'm gonna point out, let me tell you something about boxing and how shiesty it is. Because Oscar Valdez popped dirty and got a big fight with Shakur right after that. Was gonna get a big fight with Navarrete if he hadn't got hurt. So it's like when certain fighters, your career get better when you fuck up. Yeah, when Antonio Moriga cheated Cotto and damn near fucked that boy life off, and he was never the same after that fight. Oh, he went to get the biggest fight of his fucking career with Pacquiao. So you motherfuckers can't tell me nothing about this motherfucker. Listen, bro, I love the art of it. And there's certain fighters I trust. It's certain fighters I know ain't gonna do no fuck shit. I don't think Spence would ever in his life do some dirty shit. I don't think he would ever do it, bro. I don't think Bud would do it. I don't think Tank would do it. I don't think Devin Haney. I don't think Shakur would do it. I don't think the Charlo brothers would do it. I don't think Bivol would do it. I tried to name somebody with black. I know you motherfucker. He just named it black, but I tried to give you one of them that. It's a couple of them. It's a couple fighters. I think. It's a couple of them. I like Matilda, but a lot of times I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times it ain't the fighters, but you guilty once you become a part of it. A lot of times they introduce to this shit by their trainers, by their promoters. Listen, man, this gonna be a tough dude, bro. This right here gonna help you endure. It's gonna help you recover fast. This right here gonna help you, man. You gonna need this to beat him, bro, and convince the fighter to do it. They never get the fighter always get blamed. It's just like the drug dealer. Yeah, when you sell that dope and you try to show all that shit off, when you get popped, bro, the motherfucker you working for never get, you know what I'm saying? So the motherfucker who put the shit on the streets never get questioned. Just like the motherfucker who put the dope in who give the fighters the dope. The fighters don't know where the dope at. Nah, you gotta know somebody to know somebody. So, with him being a young fighter, let me tell you something. I hold Canelo and Tyson Fury and Valdez, I hold them dudes way more accountable. Y'all were veteran fighters. Y'all were fighters who been there and done that. You wasn't young, so you can't say nobody manipulated y'all. Them motherfuckers wanted that dope. They didn't believe in themselves. They didn't believe in their gift. They didn't believe they were talented enough. Them fighters right there. So I see you motherfuckers going viral with this Michel Rivera. I gotta be honest. I know you're here a little dark, and yeah, shit rolled out a little bit. Also, I think you kind of X yourself out, Rivera. Yeah, when you named yourself after Ali, yeah, you should have said Trinidad or some shit, Felix Trinidad. Yeah, I think the Latinos rejected you. But I'm gonna tell you some real shit though. If Michel Rivera had won that fight, this is what I know about boxing. I know the politics of it. If Michel Rivera had beat Frank Martin, he would have became a superstar. He'd have been on the Boxing Voice the next day. He'd have been on Fight Hype, would have been all over him. Fight Hub, all of them. He'd have been all over the scene. And them test results would have never showed up. I guarantee you, had Michel, this is how dirty the game is. If Michel Rivera had beat Frank Martin, we would have never knew about this. We would have never knew about, and Michel Rivera would have got Tank. After Tank knocked out Ryan, Michel Rivera would have got that Tank fight in December. Yeah, he'd have got that Tank fight, and he would have got the biggest payday of his career. This is how boxing go. Yeah, pimps and hoes. So you motherfuckers better peep this pimp shit. You better read between the lines. I know you motherfuckers dedicated. I know, we like a bunch of factory workers. That's how we is. We ain't gonna strike. You motherfuckers ain't gonna go on strike. And you ain't gonna attack the promoter. So I attack everybody. I attack fighters, promoters, fans. Yeah, all you goofy motherfuckers. Cause I think all you motherfuckers are a bunch of prostitutes. A lot of you motherfuckers will do anything for that bag. A lot of you motherfuckers worship fighters. A lot of you motherfuckers just look for a man to worship. You motherfuckers need to get in touch with God. Get in tune with God. And stop trying to find a human to worship. Yeah, some shit like that. But anyway. Yeah, Michel Rivera, I feel bad for you until you join Eddie Reynoso. When you done that let me know, evidently, the dope they gave you, you wasn't happy with it, and you want some better dope. Because I'm going to tell you something, Eddie Reynoso got some better dope. His shit better, bro. Now, that gypsy dope is the best dope in the world. I'm gonna say that right now. It ain't no dope on earth that's better than that gypsy dope. Yeah, the Fatback Fury, he got the best dope on the planet. He got that shit, bro. That shit, you gotta cut that shit 50 times. You gotta cut it 70 different ways. That shit is pure. That shit is 110% pure. So, it already knows so though. His shit pretty, he got some high level shit, bro. So, he gonna get you right. Yeah, let him back, bro. Let Rivera back in the boxing. Put him in there with, what's the boy, color hair? Yeah, rainbow hair, Cobra. Yeah, put him in there with him. I got Rivera winning by stoppage. Yeah, and let him get a big fight after that. Yeah, like you motherfuckers did with Antonio Margarita. Yeah, like you did with that. So, yeah. We love a sport. We love a sport that'll let you cheat and get the biggest payday of your career after that. So it ain't no justice. Justice ain't being served. Michel Rivera, they just X'd him out, bro. Yeah, they felt like, motherfucker, I gave you this dope. You didn't put up a good enough performance. So yeah, now we gonna blast you. That was strategically done. Had he beat Frank Martin, we wouldn't even know about these results. So yeah, that's the sport of boxing. That's why I say fuck it. I'm black first. I care about that first. I care about what's going on in the community. Boxing come third or fourth for some shit down the line. And yeah, and it ain't gonna be pure until we X out some shit. But until we do some shit like that and kumbaya together on some shit won't change. So yeah, this is 903 Boxing. I am your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.